Charming the Cowboy, Christian Contemporary Romance, Great Seat Falls Romance, Book 3, written by Liz Isaacson, performed by Caroline Mclaughlin. Chapter 1. Glancing up at the clock, Heather Carver tried not to mentally calculate the minutes until she could go home. She did anyway. 74. And her impatience with teaching third grade had come much too early in the school year. After all, it was only September. At least it's Friday, she thought, rationalizing that that was the reason she couldn't wait until the final bell rang. But deep down, she knew that wasn't why. Teaching had a way of taking everything from a person, especially someone who didn't have anything else to give anything to. She pushed her thoughts away and focused on the little boy in front of her. With a flop of dark hair and a smattering of freckles across his nose, Matthias was reading from the book he'd gotten from the library that morning. He read with great fluency, and she marked off his rate and told him to send Jorge back. 73 minutes later, she stood at the door and said, "Have a great weekend, boys and girls. See you Monday." She gave side hugs as the children filed past. Some wanted high fives. Some just went by with a hesitant look on their face, as school had only been in session for 3 weeks, and they were still getting to know her. Once they were all gone, she closed and locked the door and leaned back against it. A sigh leaked from her lips, and a keen sense of exhaustion dripped through her. She'd just begun her 10th year of teaching third grade, and the thought of doing it for 2 more decades was suffocating. Pushing off the door, she headed to her desk, determined to stay only until she was ready for Monday morning. She had a prep period that morning, and it was early out day, so she could get by without having to spend time tonight getting ready. The open riding period normally started at Levi's stable at 6 o'clock, but he'd moved it up to 5 now that fall had arrived and the sun was setting earlier. Heather told herself she wasn't going to go. Not again. She'd been showing up for his open riding period for almost 2 years, and she'd be willing to bet an entire year's salary that he didn't even know what color her hair was. Her pulse quickened at the simple thought of him. Levi Rhodes stood over 6 feet tall, with dark hair and eyes, and a 5 o'clock shadow on his strong jaw by 3 p.m. He was soft-spoken yet completely in charge of every horse at his boarding stable. He'd also inherited his family's peach orchard, and one of the girls in Heather's Wednesday night yoga class managed the sales and distribution of the fruit. Sally had described Levi as meticulous, and Heather wanted to be the one to unravel him, but he seemed completely unreachable. Time to move on, she muttered to herself as she reviewed the math lessons she'd been doing on Monday.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?